Grievance Debate member for Madang.
The Speaker for recognizing me on opportunity for grievance debate. Unfortunately, time ran out. Now you know what time to ask a question. So I'll try and craft my question that was to the Minister for Administrative Services. It's part of my grievance debate. So three issues on grievance debate. One is the funding of the LLG election, where we had so many commitments in this Parliament that they would be funded. As of this morning, I received a text message or conversation from the electoral officers asking for lunch money to pay counting officials, 20 kina. They confirmed that when the writs were issued, the electoral commissioner gave them 10,000 kina to conduct their training and recruit their counting and polling officials. And that 10,000 kina,
Honorable Minister, what's your point of order?
Mr. Deputy Speaker, whilst I appreciate that this is grievance debate, the member should know that if he wants to get factual information, he should speak to the Electoral Commissioner. Don't go down to get text messages and expect that those text messages are genuine and they are correct. You can't come into the house and just make a mockery of a system by just listening to people's text messages, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Minister and honorable members, the grievance debate allows for a member to sow in grievance of what he feels he can bring to this house. Therefore, I will not use any, entertain any matter to stop a member for, unless you speak a word that is not parliamentary, that I will ask you to withdraw. Honorable member.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and your sound ruling. So, back to the issue of LLG elections. Yes, we get information from our electorate because that's who we represent. We come here to be their voice. We are not in government and we can go to the electoral commissioner where he is vacant. So, according to a meeting that I had with them, they raised concern they only received 10,000 kina. Ogata ARO. They got LLG. Then the provincial government gave them just last week, Thursday, 19,000. So they had 29,000 kina to run the entire LLG election for their LLG. 29,000 kina. 10,000 MPs, 18,000 now, they're looking for hire vehicle and everything to run. I said, but there's no money. The Electoral Commission, the money that was budgeted is given MPs. So you guys are recruiting electoral officials, who's going to pay them? Then we went through the budget for these accounting officials, electoral officials. They get paid 70 PO, gets presiding officer, gets 74 kina. Then not like say 72 kina. Then clerk say 50 kina. Then doorkeeper and 42 kina a day. Then they add a 300 kina risk allowance. Risk allowance, this is LLG election. So why are we paying national rates, election rates, where you got high risk for LLG election? And then they want advance payment, advance or deduction, advance to even deploy. So last time when the government cancelled the election or deferred it, some of them already see 1,000 will go finish and then they'll turn in to come back in. And we know there's no money. I calculated that if we counted that 300 kina per official, it comes to over close to 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. Right now they just got 29,000 for 3 LLGs. The good minister mentioned to me in his conference or workshop that all the money has been paid. Now we put a hold on the account, but because once the elections polling starts, we release it. That was a complete misinformation by the minister to me. Complete lie. Was we must talk straight. Okay. So right now we got energy election. Now time will find out some no money. They're gonna say, hey, we're not gonna count and declare until money comes. So who's gonna now we are going to fund the LLG national function or not?
Honorable member, we have a point of order. Minister for Coffee.
I don't mean to interject, but there is what we call the shared responsibility. We, in my electorate, we are spending money, not just to run these elections, but we've also assisted with the common role yes, I'm also talking about my elections so that you can see what we are doing in my electorate. We don't allow the Electoral Commission to run these elections to the common roll update and to themselves. We also assist as well, so I'm just putting a point. Please.
Honorable member, continue on your debate.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. So these are issues that concern my electorate. I understand that things might be different in yours. Time law grievance debate, please, by all means, you get up now. You talk law electorate blow you. Me talk electorate blow me. So that is the current status I understand in my electorate. I can't say what happens in other electorate because me no stop law na asking all ARO blow you. This is my electorate. So the government, provincial government put in 90,000. They are also struggling with revenue. So obviously for the district now, we have to step in. But the question is, are we going to get our money back if the government then releases funding to Electoral Commission or not? And then I got hospital coming to me and asking for fuel drum. And I said, my district is not a function to start functioning national government agencies. Health, works, CIS.
Honorable Minister, what's your point of order?
This tok lo imi online lo district na provinces tok long or work lo PHA and blow na national government must stop him. It is a shared responsibility. There is a service level agreement that is now signed by all DDAs to support PHAs where the need is. Thank you. Deputy Speaker.
Honorable members, I think I have made a ruling that this is a grievance debate. Allow the members to pour out their grievances. If you have any ministers that you are sitting, please take note of what the members are sharing on their grievance and we can address to it. And we can allow the authorities out there also to listen to the members and address the issue the country is facing. Honorable member, continue on your debate.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. On the issue of security, I approached the Madang police to confirm, are they deploying? They said, we have no instructions from the Electoral Commissioner. We have received no briefing. Last week, Thursday, they just released, Thursday evening, the Electoral Commission released the polling schedule. Thursday evening, and they're going to poll on Monday. Nobody even knew what day they're polling. Policing said we were waiting on the Electoral Commission to brief us. We don't even know our operation, we've already told, but we have no briefing. And we don't know we're going to get paid allowances or not. That is the state of affairs, I can say, in my electorate. I cannot speak to other electorates. On the second point, was concerning my grievance debate in a Minister for Administrative Affairs, a advisor, one kind super advisor, Mr. Vikash Singh, who I understand has been traveling around with the Minister for Administrative Services and giving advice overseas to New Zealand and India and other places, and he's being paid and funded by the Electoral Commissioner. So I looked up his background.
Yeah. Let me interrupt you. Honorable member, I understand you have made a good grievance debate in regard to what happened in there. I will ask you to refrain from mentioning a person's name whom they are not here in the house. So I will ask you to refrain and withdraw from mentioning a person's name.
Okay. Point noted, Deputy Speaker, and I will come withdraw the name, but I will not mention the name. So because it's on record. So the super advisor, according to his LinkedIn, is a TV technician. He connects TV brackets. He has a Magic TV. He has a Domino franchise. The super advisor is now leading in discussions on our electoral reform with the good minister. So I'm not sure how in his CV he talks about his dealing with government affairs. I don't know how you connect the TV and then you end up in government affairs in PNG and then you're traveling around the country and doing electoral reform. These issues are, unfortunately, because question time finished, I couldn't have the opportunity to ask the minister, so I'm grievance debate for me. So it's just something that this government must explain. How does the man come up, super advisor? One qualification, because I don't see any qualifications in his LinkedIn to say he's even qualified for this work. On the other issue, well, he's also a restaurant advisor. So I understand also he's advising Treasury. I don't, again, I understand how these people are recruited.
Oh, man, we have a point of order.
The gentleman that he's referring to has not been paid by the state. He provides advice based on whatever information we require. But the government or the state does not pay him. He's not a consultant, or we just seek his advice because he comes from a professional background. So it's really sad that the member for Madang could drag people like this just for grandstanding in the parliament.
Order. Order.
Anyway, that's opportunity now. I guess the minister, unless other parliament sitting, he can provide a response. Or I'm happy to provide details and he can respond. On the last, because you guys keep cutting my grievance debate time, Smartmatics. Smartmatics. This is a company that a good minister invited to PNG, a US-based company that provides electronic polling and voting. And they were one of the main presenters at the workshop or electoral commissioner program organized by the good minister. So I did research on this company, and their co-founder and a few executives have been indicted for bribery. It's a you go find him CNN. It's on CNN news page. They were indicted for bribery allegations in the Philippines, where they used 1 million funds sitting in a California trust fund, and they have been accused of bribing officials in the Philippines, electoral officials, mind you, on allegations of inflating the price of their machines. So during this entire program that the minister put on, I attended the conferences, I sat out. Unfortunately, I didn't get the time to question them on this issue, but no one mentioned that they have been indicted. Now, they could be innocent, but isn't this something that's important that the good minister should have made known, especially to this government, so we avoid embarrassment? Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, but we can look silly if we're not informed and they're not provided an opportunity to respond. So we're now talking about going into electronic biometric. The good Prime Minister has issued a statement. But then again, if this company gets the contract, then we're going to look rather silly that a company that we're going to award or consider to award a contract to, we invited all the way here, is facing indictment. And if they're convicted, then what does that say? Do we adopt their system of electronic system when they've been accused of bribing electoral officials? So there, by grievance debate.
Honorable member for Madang, sorry for interrupting you, but I am informing you that your 10 minutes has lapsed.
45 seconds. Thank you, the last one to interrupt my time. So with that, 33 seconds. That is my grievance debate. I look forward for these issues that I'm raising grievance to be responded by relevant government ministers. Thank you.